Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Final Fantasy X. So in our last episode we made our way over to Kilika, got into a bit of a punch up with Sin on our way over. Unfortunately I did run over my timer by quite a bit. The last video was about 40 minutes long, but that's because obviously I made a little boo-boo back at Besaid, and I had to backtrack to go and get Veil 4's secondary overdrive. And I'm pretty glad that we did, because it really did save us quite a bit in that last fight. And so here we are in Kilika. So let's get on into it.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this?
So today's episode might be or this episode might be a short one. Just to restore order to how I was plotting to do things, because I was plotting to grind at certain points, plotting to stop at certain points, and I want to try and restore order after going over. I must say that bit is probably one of the, I'd say one of the best cutscenes in the game, kind of sort of things. I think it's so well done.
It must be tough,
especially in HD.
being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Right. So first things first.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
We make our way inside this tent here. Well, house, tent, whatever you want to call it. So there's an Albert primer just on the side here. And we'll come back for the other item in a minute because we actually haven't got the other item there just yet. Let's go and have a little chat with Walker.
Ah, there you are. Be St. Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep, Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
So, we approach this over here. We will come across a little girl who's crying, and Titus will rescue her. And then if we make our way in here, there's a chest just here with potions in it that we can rob from these guys because they've got their backs turned to us at the moment. And then if we make our way back to where we got the Albed primer from, and make our way into here, there will now be a chest at the side here with an ether in it. And it will be our reward for saving the little girl, basically. One moment, folks, my controller's died. Gotta switch controllers. There we go. Right then, back towards where we just saved the little girl. So this is the point that I had actually intended to stop my previous episode, but unfortunately I fell behind time.
What's
So
up?
what I'm going to do is there is
Yuna's
actually a load of
saying
items
she
here to be
wants you
had,
with
so what
us.
I'm going to do,
Huh?
because this
I
is where
want
I intended to grind a little
to
bit as
ask
well.
you to
What
be
we'll
my
do is
guardian.
I'll just kill off a bit more
You know
time
what? There's no time for jokes,
showing where all
yeah?
the items are, or
He
the
may be a
majority of the items.
blitzball
Some of them we
whiz
might
kid,
not be able to
but
get
up
to because
against
Lord
Fiend,
Ocho's in
he's
the
a
way.
newbie.
And Lord Ocho is a boss fight that we have got coming up.
Not a
That we
guardian,
need to
then.
be
I just want him nearby.
relatively well prepared for.
What? What do you mean?
And we have actually got another boss fight coming
It's
up
just
soon as
that-
well, which is again why I want to
well-
be prepared, why I want to grind a little bit.
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Right, so from here we're going to head down the right flank. There's a treasure chest just here with a couple of mana spheres in it. And actually we could probably start working on our grids just ever so slightly here. I know we won't be able to do too much with them right now, but every tiny little bit helps, I reckon. Ah, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. I don't think I've ever really used the cheer ability. I mean, cheer does boost physical attack power a little bit, but not by much. Flee will allow you to escape from any battle. Now, before we go and use up all our ability spheres, I do very strongly recommend that we get Walker over to here so that he can learn extractability, because at this stage in the game does have a very nasty habit of being very stingy with the ability spheres. I don't know why it does it, I don't know if it's part of the RNG, it just does. So I do recommend that before you run out of ability spheres you make sure you get this ability, because what extractability will do is force the game to give you the ability spheres. So we need to make sure that we're not using up too much ability spheres at this point. So at the moment we have got 4 left. We need to make sure that we're keeping at least one of those ability spheres back so that we can use it for the extractability later on. Okay.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
I was about to
What's
say, so
a
with this
Lancet?
creature we can get our
Normally,
first enemy
it's a
skill
that
for
weakens
Kimari
enemies, but
using
when
the
a
Lancet
Ronso uses
ability,
it,
and that will
that
be...
Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Seed shot. Let's have a look. Seed cannon. I was close enough. No, I'm probably gonna shove Kamari away now. Like I say, he doesn't really have that much other use apart from learning the boss abilities. Well, I say boss abilities. They're not all boss abilities. They're just it's pretty much the equivalent of Final Fantasy VII's enemy skill materia in a sense. I mean, one of the abilities is a boss move, I suppose you could say. But yeah. So actually, now that he's of no further use to me for a moment, I'm going to chuck him out and put Walker in instead. I do tend to grind him up a little bit. I tend to sort of just briefly stick him into the boss fights and then have him hit the enemy and then run out again.
Oh yeah!
That was interesting.
Anyone thirsty?
Normally if I hit an element with Walker, I really would scold him. Didn't this time, that's very interesting. Okay, so if we keep making our way around here and across the bridge.
Easy,
Yeah, I'm going to
huh?
get quite a few
I'm
random
fine.
encounters here. And for this particular stage in the game, it is good for grinding.
Oh yeah!
I want to have Yuna get a few hits in as well, really,
ready.
even if they're just physical.
Now what?
As you can see, the game is proving my point right now by just dishing out those speed and power spheres. So if you miss this chest, you can get to it from this side. As you can see, it cuts straight through the middle. But for the sake of the guide, I just wanted to show you the rest of the path. Now, if you're seriously unlucky, those green lizards do have the ability to petrify. But you have to get extremely unlucky for that to happen. And I'll just try to that was stupid. Oh well.
Make way! Ha! Yeah!
So we just cut back across here. We can make our way straight across through here as well. And it will take us around the back of Lord Ochi. Ooh, this looks like trouble. Right, let's just get a potion onto Waka because he's not looking too great right now.
Burn.
Yeah!
We should get a hefty amount of experience out of this. Let's have Yuna get an attack in as well.
So, how shall we do this?
There we go. Now I believe if you manage to get an overkill, you will get a slightly bit more experience. High potion from that guy, and then if we make our way around the back here, we get a Lux Sphere. Although, like I've stated before, I don't really use the Lux Spheres. I tend to get rid of them off the grid. I've always managed to annihilate everything in this game without actually boosting my luck. My main playthrough, which I recently completed, I've got all grids completed, all Dark Aeons defeated, everything, all done. The whole shebang. And I don't have a single Lux Sphere on my grid. So it can be done without the Lux Spheres in my opinion. So there's Lord Ochi. So we're going to go ahead and make our way back around this way now. We don't want to fight Lord Ochi just yet.
Let us Guardians handle the likes of these.
Yeah!
Nothing to fear, the hero's here!
Got quite a few characters in the yellow now with their health bars. Need to be careful of that.
Thought so.
Loser and Gaffy should be here somewhere, but maybe they don't pop up until after we've defeated Ochi. So I think they have the last 2 items that are in this area. Oh, right in front of the save point.
Leave that one to Lou.
Yes, I know that, Waka. I was just trying to make sure we all got some experience. No need to be petty about it. Or rather, no need to nitpick.
Let them come.
Let us Guardians handle the likes of these.
Take that.
Not quite sure as to why Waka didn't manage to one-shot that earlier than us, but we'll go with it. So the save points will instantly restore all health back to full. Right, let's start with Waka here a second. And the ability is supposed to be like that. 2. Okay. Right, I need to gain 3 sphere movement at least with Waka in order to get the extract ability. And since I know Lulu, Titus and the others have all got abilities coming up, I'm going to leave their grids for a moment until I've got Waka a few more sphere movement. So at this point I am going to end the episode here so that I can do some grinding and sort my team out a little bit. And we will pick things up next time where we will deal with the Lord Ochu, the boss fight that is up towards the temple. That's another sin spawn. And we will also be, hopefully, providing we've got enough time, we'll be dealing with the kilika Cloister of Trials. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, then let me know in the comments section, hit that like button, be subscribed to my channel. I've been your host, Dark Swordsman, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye for now.